Hey, this is Jen Walker, and I'm so excited to chat with you today about a topic that may be coming on the rise for you. It's the holiday season, and Thanksgiving is almost here. And in the past, what has it been like for you? Have you found yourself overeating and really stuffing it all in? Where has your focus been as far as are you thinking about the food or the people? So I wanted to give you some tips today on overeating. Now, there's so many things we could talk about. I have other tips for you that I can add below, 10 tips for Thanksgiving or for the holidays to keep you on track. But right now I wanted to talk about overeating. So I'm not going to go into specifics about binging. That's not what I'm talking about. But I do want to talk about a couple underlying things that will give you some background of my reference points. So we have our prefrontal cortex and our limbic system. If you've watched a video from me, you know this. And what we want to do is understand our brain. And this is the planning portion of our brain. And this is the immediate gratification, avoid pain, seek pleasure type brain, like a toddler in the grocery store that screams for the candy bar. And one of the things that this limbic brain will be doing when we find ourselves overeating is it wants constant satisfaction or enjoyment. And the center in your brain, it like pings and like lights up when it's having that pleasure. And if you have something that's very high glycemic or sugar, it will be very, very obnoxious to you. Like your brain will be like, give me more, give me more. And I love this quote because I think about this often in my own life. I have to think about this a lot. You can't get enough of what you don't need. So good. So if we can't get enough of the food that we're eating, but we don't really need it, it all falls here. Okay? And I'm curious too. If you find yourself, okay, so where's it tricky for you with your limbic system? Are you an overeater, generally speaking, or are you a sugaraholic type category? I found myself in the sugaraholic category. We can talk about that another time. But overeating wise, like I kind of wonder if it's for most people, one or the other. And so find out if that's true for you. Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. And I want to help you guys understand that eating is a choice. It's not just that your body will take over and control you. It is a choice. Like nobody's putting that food in your mouth. You may have strong emotions that, maybe you run into autopilot where you're not really consciously aware and thoughtful. But through more awareness of your body, you can get there. So I wanted to know, how can you get there? You have to plan ahead with our prefrontal cortex. So perhaps you say to yourself, I am not going to do seconds. It's not an option for me. I'm going to put everything I want to eat on my plate. And then after I'm done, I'm not going to get off my chair. I'm just going to sit here. And also to eat slowly, that will help you as well. Your brain doesn't register that you're full for like 15 to 20 minutes. And also to enjoy the people that are there. Like, what is the purpose of eating, right? So to help you with the planning portion, also plan, half of your plate can be veggies and fruit depending on where you're at with your health. And then you have your protein source and possibly a whole grain source, depending where you are. But just like plan it out, like make an intention of what you're going to choose to eat. And this can be helpful for you on Thanksgiving as well as just generally speaking. So I hope that these are some helpful things for you with overeating. Number one is probably awareness, understanding the thoughts that you have in your brain before things go out of hand, planning, also understanding that two-part brain of your limbic system. And so that, it's neutral. It's not good or bad, but what do we make things mean? So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. I would love to have feedback of other things that have helped you with overeating. So portion control is really a big subject. So hopefully we can kind of get a handle on that. And maybe it's just a little bit less each time as you have baby steps to your health goals. So keep in touch. Let me know if I can help you with anything else. Thanks so much. Have a good one.